teach entire classes, they plan things, and they really help kids to learn a lot more.
And they help us learn how to talk more about the reading. A lot of people actually started reading more often because they were in the library, and it makes me happy to know that I can talk more to them about reading books.
My teacher librarian is an essential support to get the right books in the hands of my kids at the right time in their reading growth. And she supports me with my goal of supporting my kids to be lifelong readers.
She helps us find books that we'd like to read, and she recommends books if we can't find a book.
Our librarian is a teacher here in the school and teaches our students to love literature and to teach them about different genres, and actually teaches the teachers how to instruct students, and opens up the whole world of reading for them.
My librarian helps me find books.
The librarian helps me learn to use the library so I can find what I need.
She helps me find the kinds of books that I like, and she'll remember what kind of book I will be looking for.
They helped me find good books that have my interest, and I think that they have a big responsibility helping the kids.
I like to check out books, especially series.
This year, I've read the book Hunger Games by Susan Collins. I've read The Lost Hero, and I've also read Flipped. I have read Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass. I have read the first two books of the Anna McKee and Gables series. I read the first book of the Warriors series. Maybe 20-25 books so far this year. Sounds about right, maybe 30.
They showed us lots of different books about different cultures and
Different genres of books and stuff.
For example, we have book club on Tuesdays, and it's really fun, and we read about a book every month, and we play games and have snacks and just get to read and discuss and be with people who like reading. And it's kind of like making learning fun.
My daughter has enjoyed our library here immensely. She has brought skills home. She went from a C student to an A student in the 3 years that she's been here due to the fact that she can read as efficiently as she has picked up with her coming into the library and loving it and finding the books and knowing how to use the library. It's just made a tremendous improvement in her education. Help that she's gotten from the librarian here has been just great.
When I was in first grade, I had a much higher reading level, so the librarian helped me pick out books that were more suited for me.
If it wasn't for librarians, I wouldn't be interested in reading at all.
They help with research and projects, because for later on in life they learn how to use those internet and databases.
He helps us with learning how to cite our sources and stuff, because before this I didn't really know how to do that, and plagiarism, I didn't know anything about that. And
he introduced us to some tips about learning, finding information and text evidence in the books, and I found the tips really helpful because my teacher didn't always explain the information that way. So.
And she will help us with what kind of websites are useful for our information, which ones are not. And then she also helps us with finding the right reference books in the library.
How to find research and how to find books in the library that will help us with our research projects, and he did it in fun and exciting ways to help us memorize it more easily.
There's so much information out there for our students to have to be able to navigate through and to synthesize, and so our teacher librarian does a really good job helping them with that process and getting the information in their hands that they can use to be successful on the work that they're working on.
They get rid of the irresponsible and non-appropriate things that normally would pop up on Google and Yahoo, and they give us more professional sites.
Today my class came here and we did this giant research project, and our librarian, he helped us to learn it and do it right and to do citations and researching with books and computers.
And before our teacher librarian helped us, they would think that cutting and pasting was the way to write a report. So we came to the library and he showed us all the skills that the students needed to do research. Then he showed them what sites were better. He came in the first time and taught them basic, then we came in the next time, we taught them a little bit more, and then finally came out to let them do it on their own with just a very little help. And so it really helped us, and it helped their research projects become good writing instead of just copying and pasting.
Learn how to cite sources.
We have become an information-rich society. Our ability to access what we need, when we need it, relies heavily on our ability to navigate technology.
Because of our librarians, I'm able to make PowerPoints and edit videos because that's what I like to do.
And the librarian knew how to program computers, and so he taught me how to program computers.
To incorporating technology and using technology when kids come into the library, but also helping us use technology in our classroom.
Our librarian works with the student leaders to create a news video for the school.
Our librarian is also available every day here to help us with the technology issues that come up.
I muddle my way through technology, but I can't begin to keep pace with all that becomes available to students year after year. I rely heavily on my teacher librarian who bridges the gap between new technology and my kids' knowledge.
Also, thanks to our librarian, we have learned how to create podcasts to put on the internet.
I know how to use computers more because of him.
My librarian teacher has been so helpful in helping us figure out the resources that we needed for our kids with different level reading skills. We didn't know where to go, and he came up with all kinds of places where we could get different books for our kids, and we were able to order them, and he was the one who spearheaded the whole thing.
The librarian helped all the 8th graders with their presentations to the 6th graders.
The librarian helps us with the Teen Choice Awards, and nobody would be able to do that unless the librarians were here.
Our book talks are one of our favorite things to do in the school year, especially to start us out. The kids learn all kinds of language arts skills, from reading, analyzing text, writing, trying to put their thoughts down not only in words but in images, pictures. We do some work with plagiarism and being sure that we cite our sources.
Our librarian runs quite a few clubs here after school and runs activities during school sometimes.
The librarian always has cool stuff we can do with our family and friends after school and during the summer.
librarian also helps us out a lot with different activities we do in the library. For example, during our Holocaust visit from Alter Wiener, one of the last remaining Holocaust survivors, our librarian helped us set up our presentation and our video recording.
So several times the teacher librarian has come to our PLCs and helped us let us know what references and curriculum material are available in the library to help with our various needs and help us to build our curriculum.
In leading workshops regarding reading strategies and the like.
As a classroom teacher, I rely on the teacher librarian because he understands what I need as a teacher in the classroom. He is a teacher as well, and so he can help me prepare lessons for my students and support that I need in order to plan and prepare for their learning.
There's so many cool things going on in the library that everyone wants to be here.
My teacher librarian is my specialist. She's my expertise. What I do now with kids will significantly change. If I lose this resource, one person cannot do it all.
Our library is a widely used and well-oiled machine that bustles with activity, literary activity, early in the morning and throughout the day, primarily because our librarian makes it that way.
Librarians are really important, and they do a lot more than just check out books.
Librarians have helped me complete research projects for school. Librarians help me and my friends to read more.
From assisting teachers in selecting resources for students to access that are matched to students' reading abilities, to offering her expertise in the area of literacy instruction to teachers to promote student reading achievement.
Because they are a huge resource.
And thanks to our librarian, I'm able to learn more how to edit videos. We give him ideas, he gives us ideas.
To teaching research skills to students, including finding and accessing appropriate, reliable information, to ordering excellent, newly published books at a variety of reading levels.
So on Thursdays, I like to come to Science Fiction Club, but without librarians, I can't do that.
I read 30 books this year.
To offering after-school book clubs, to giving classroom book talks that encourage students to read. Our librarian is passionate about literacy and is an instructional leader in our school.
We need librarians.
I've seen them do some great stuff with kids, including my classes.
To lose her would create a huge void at our school for students and teachers.
You taught us some things we never knew.
We stand to lose opportunity after opportunity without this position.
You cannot have a library without a librarian. Librarians make the library.
I don't know what we'd do without him.
Thank you, librarians.